Hey, it's Diego with Aim to Develop. Today I'm talking about this Olympus Infinity Stylus, also known as the Olympus Mu 1 in other countries. As you can see here, the little LCD display is going backwards. That means, you can see me waving on the right there. That means that I am rewinding the film. You just push the little button up front. There's my logo, it's pretty cool. And yeah, the lens tucks back in. You can close it if you'd like to, but as it goes back down, it'll eventually go back to E, which is for empty. And yeah, just wanted to make a video talking about this camera. I think it's really cool. To get into some of the things I liked about this camera, some of the things I didn't like about this camera. From shooting one roll of film, definitely some learning experience I can pass on to you guys. I'm going to show you off the bat some of the things that went well, some of the things that didn't go well. So yeah, just pretty much getting right into it. I don't have too many videos talking about some of the early shots, but off the bat, I kind of figured it's just one of those run and gun, you take a picture and it comes out sharp. And weirdly enough, this one came out that way. I'm really pleased with this. But you do get pretty discouraged when you see shots that don't turn out. Here's one with some natural light. I think I still used the flash, but even then it didn't come out as sharp as I would like it to be. So this is something that you learn over time. Make sure that your composition is really close and there's enough light, so you know, to get that really sharp, really cool image that pretty much everybody's shooting for or thriving for. And also, someone who uses primarily instant film and not knowing what you're going to get till the end of the roll. So there's shots like this where you kind of just figure this seems right and fair, so it's pretty cool. Something that I really like about the camera off the bat is that you can just hand it off to somebody. There's one button, pretty much show them how to slide it open. It's very simple and straightforward, and you can get some cool shots. As somebody who is always behind the camera, being able to hand it off to somebody and trust them to get that really clean and nice sharp shot is really cool and comforting. So something that's a really big plus in my eyes. The film that I'm using is Fujifilm Extra 400. It's a 400 speed film. One of the things that I really like about this film is you get some cool tones. You can see here it's a really polished look. It looks really nice. That's unedited, so it's really cool. Another cool thing about the camera is it's so unintimidating. Pretty much here you can see that most of the subjects are at ease, knowing that it's not causing too much of a scene, not too much attention caused. Even with the flash on, it's very minute and very discreet, which is really cool. Again, you can see here, handed off the camera, made a few cameos into my own video, which is pretty nice. I feel like a movie star. These next few videos actually come with a bit of a story and some hindsight. So in my hometown of Tulare, there's this house, which is probably one of the nicest houses around. It's very well taken care of. The grass is always lush and there's flowers and color. It's just a little oasis away from a different side of town, and it's really cool. Here you can see the owner. I was privileged enough to take his picture twice. You can see this really cool and bright composition. It was a really nice and sunny day, so the pictures came out amazing. I'm really happy and glad that these came out the way they did. So pretty much as I got the scans back from Darkroom Lab, I ended up posting the images on Twitter because I was really excited to post them, and it gotten really good reception. That person, not just so much was for me, someone whose house was admired, but it was kind of by the whole community. It had blown up in a sense. These numbers might not be so much for a lot of people, but for me, this shows that this person was a big part of the community. With all the comments being so positive and really nice, saying nice words about the house and the owner, which is cool. And it actually reached one of his grandkids. Here you can see that he saw the image and said kind of some background about the pictures, and that's pretty crazy that just these two pictures, you know, started this conversation about admiring somebody for their lawn and how well they take care of their house. So it's pretty cool. I think after this photo here is just about the turning point of when the quality starts to diminish a tad bit. The sunlight was fleeting, so a lot of the pictures aren't as sharp as I want them to be. So you see here that since it was in the shade, you don't get that really sharp composition. There's nothing in the foreground. It's all pretty much background. And that's pretty much things that you learn over time. I'm definitely going to give this camera another go, considering, you know, how sharp I got the results after getting a roll of it done. Here you can see that I kind of wish it had a zoom feature, even though I know that the lens wasn't going to be fast enough to get it really sharp how I wanted, but definitely wanted to crop out some of the bit of the bottom there. And yeah, so here's my list of things that I like about the camera. One, it's very compact and discreet, doesn't cause too much attention. It's really easy to use. You can just hand it off to people and they can pretty much take your picture, no problem. The lens is really sharp and you get some really cool pictures when you do it right, of course. And overall, I highly recommend this camera. The only cons that I could think of is one, not being able to use any kind of manual controls, considering it's just a button you push, but even then it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, I highly recommend this camera. They do also make the 2.8 Stylus Epic, but even then, I had tried this one first, and I'd pretty much fallen in love with the results. Pictures came out really crispy and nice. You can see some really sharp ones here. But yeah, pretty much everything about it, really cool, really sharp. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I have tons of videos talking about film cameras, instant cameras, and applications that mimic film cameras. And if you don't follow my Instagram, make sure to follow it. Aim should develop just like the YouTube channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep shooting film. Take care. Peace.